Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball guessing game. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on February 4th, 2023. If you'd like to support my game, Decoding the Powerball, then please go to my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/Decoding the Powerball. Thank you, and please subscribe. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, the object of my game is for you to correctly eliminate groups of numbers. There are 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. Only 5 numbers can come up as winners, so that means 64 numbers can't come up at all. So for me, I think it should be easier to pick the numbers that won't be coming up than the 5 that actually do. Okay, in this video I'll be updating and making my picks, and this usually takes about an hour to an hour and a half. Okay, so what you're looking at here is what I call the game card. This is a format that I came up with that helps me reduce the numbers down to hopefully the 5 correct winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so you can see with this game card it says February 1st, 2023, so I need to update it to the 24th. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the Powerball homepage to find out what were the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. And they were the 31, 43, 58, 59, and 66. The Powerball number was the 9, but I'm only concerned about these 5 white ball numbers for now. Okay, so I put it at the top of this list right here. You can see it was the 31, 43, 58, 59, 66. And now I'm going to put some colors to these numbers like I did here in the past. Okay, so over here on my game card, you can see that I have 5 different colors here, okay? And that represents each one of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so on my game card here, you can see that the 31 is orange, the 43 is green, the 58 is orange, the 59 is blue, and the 66 is blue. So I'm going to color these in. So again, the 31 and 58 were orange. The 43 was green, and the 59 and 66 were blue. Okay, so now I'm going to count how many colors I got. So I got 2 orange, 2 blue, and a green for 3 colors total. And now I'm going to make this 205 color code drawings I kept track of so far. And now a 3 color combination has now come up 94 times. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a prediction on which one of these color groups will not be coming up. Okay, so again, I kept track of 205 drawings. The majority of the time a 3 color combination comes up, so that means 2 colors are not coming up. And again, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try to guess what color will not be coming up. Okay, so now I'm going to update this to February 4th. And the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of all these colors and start from scratch. Okay, so my color code is right here. Here's the red numbers, the orange, green, blue, and whatever's left over is purple. So here I'm going to transfer these 15 numbers over to the game card as red numbers. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 31, the 43, the 58, 59, and 66. The next line down is the 1, 4, 12, 36, and 49. And the last line is the 2, 18, 23, 27, and 47. Okay, so now I'm going to count how many red numbers I have. So over here I got 4, and 2 are 6, 2 are 8, 2 are 10, and 5 are 15. So up here I'm going to leave this alone at 15, okay? Sometimes these numbers double up, and that's why there would be like 14 or 13 or whatnot, okay? So moving on to the orange numbers, I'm going to transfer these 20 numbers over to the game card as orange numbers. So I got the 9, 17, 20, 38, 40, the 12, which is taken, the 31 is taken, the 47 is taken, the 58 is taken, so the 60, then it was the 5, 14, 19, 46, and 64. And the last line was the 6, 15, 22, 42, and 47, which is taken. So again, I'm going to make these orange numbers and find out how many I have. So I got 3, and 3 are 6, 3 are 9, 1's 10, and 5 are 15. So I'm going to leave this alone at 15 as well for orange. Okay, so now I do the green, and then the blue, and whatever's left over is purple. Okay, but I already did this already, so I'm just going to speed things up by copying and pasting. Okay, so here's the game card for February 4th, 2023. You can see that there was 15 red numbers, 15 orange, turned out to be 16 green, 10 blue, and 13 purple numbers. Okay, so doing it this way, I found out that it gives me a consistent double digits of numbers per color. Okay, so when you have consistency like this, things get predictable. Okay, so looking at this, my decision is that I'm going to eliminate the green numbers. Okay, so you can see that I have the most green numbers here on the game card, but as I come over here to the recent winners, you can see that a green number has come up in the last 10 drawings. Okay, so here it is, the 43, the 36, the 18, the 9 17, the 12, 31, the 64, 15, 33, 24, 46, and finally you can see that there's no green numbers here. Okay, so doing this a while, I can see that this string of a certain color doesn't go very long. Okay, what I mean by this has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drawings in a row, and usually the average is like 5 drawings in a row. You know, it'll be like 5 red numbers, then it would be a miss or whatnot. Okay, so this has gone 10, and that's why my guess is I'm gonna say no green numbers. All right, so I'm going to block out these green numbers on my game card. And when I block out numbers like this means that I'm not going to consider these numbers when I'm picking what I think would be the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so hopefully none of these green numbers will come up. Okay, now can a green number come up? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so this is where the betting comes in. Okay, so I'm going to buy a Powerball ticket with the Power Play. It's going to cost me $3. So I look at this saying, okay, I'm going to bet my $3 that none of these green numbers will come up in the next drawing. Okay, so now I'm off to the next strategy, which I call the individual numbers. Now these go hand in hand with the game card here. Okay, so here's the winning numbers right here. The 31, 43, 58, 59, 66. And what I did is I took all 69 numbers and I divided it into 7 different groups. Okay, so I'm going to just reduce this down so you can see the whole card. So you can see that, again, I divided it into 7 different groups. And the reason why I did this is because I know that there's 7 groups here and there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So 2 of these groups cannot have a winning Powerball number to it. So the strategy is try to correctly guess which one of these groups will not have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate those numbers off of the game card. Okay, so looking at this, you can see I have a 4 right here. I'm going to blow this back up. So you can see I have a 4 right here. That tells me that I hit 4 out of the 7 groups of numbers here. Okay, so 3 of the groups did not have a winning Powerball number to it. and it was 1 through 9 and 10 through 19, and it was also the 20 numbers as well. Okay, so here's the 31, and you can see I marked it with an orange, representing that the 31 was orange. Okay, so how I use this is I look at this, and well, first of all, I want to tell you that I break things down into 5 different drawings here. Okay, and the reason why I did that is it's just easier for me to count, going, okay, a blue number came up, but hasn't come up in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so it's just easier for me to count. Okay, but I noticed that breaking it down into 5 like this, I keep track of how many hits there have been within this 5. Okay, and usually the number is between 2 and 3. So when I see a lot more, like right here, there's 5 hits within this 5 drawings. Usually when I see a bunch of hits in a row, I'll be like over here, I'll be saying, okay, when's it going to be a miss? Where you have no hits here. Okay, so again, how I like to use this is like here in the 20 numbers. Let's go down, and you can see I got 5 colors: red, orange, green, blue, purple. You can see orange, green, blue, purple here. Okay, so where's a red? I don't see any red for a little bit here, and finally here comes a red. Okay, so when is another red color going to pop up? Okay, so I want to look at my game card at the 20 numbers, and I want to see if there's a red number. And I got one, the 23. Okay, so maybe this red number is due to come up. Okay, but again, the overall strategy is to eliminate numbers. Okay, so my guess is going to be the 40s. I'm going to guess no 40 to 49 numbers are going to come up. And the reason why is I'm right here, and you can see a 40 number has come up in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drawings in a row. Okay, so usually it doesn't go 8. Again, can it go 8? Yes, it can. This is where the betting comes in. I'm going to bet my $3 that no 40 numbers will be coming up in this drawing. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these numbers off my game card. So here's the 40 to the 43, the 46, 47, and 49. I'm going to get rid of, and hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so there's 2 of my strategies right there to eliminate the numbers. And again, if these blocked out numbers don't come up, then the 5 winning Powerball numbers still have to be left here on my game card as a highlighted number. Okay, so now I'm moving on to a different strategy. Okay, I'm going to hit this button called Group 4. Alright, so here I broke things down into 4 different color groups. You can see that this mirrors the game card. So I'm going to update this real quick. Okay, so the 31 came up. That's in the blue area. So I'm going to put a 1 in the blue, representing 1 number hitting that blue area. And then it was the 43. So there's 1 in the orange. And then the 58, 59, 66 were all in the green. Okay, so I had no winning Powerball numbers here in the red area. Okay, so over here I count how many color groups did it hit. It hit 3 of them. And I'm going to color this 3 either red or green. So if the majority of the numbers are over here to the left side, I'm going to color the 3 red. If the majority of numbers over here to the right side like they are, I'm going to color the 3 green. Now the reason why I do that is when I see a bunch of green in a row, then the question is, okay, when's it going to turn red? Okay, so looking at this, the strategy is try to correctly guess where 0 is going to be. Now if I could have eliminated, or if I could have correctly guessed that none of these red numbers were going to come up, I could have eliminated them all off of my game card and gave myself a much better chance at winning some kind of prize in the Powerball lottery. Okay, so now I have this group 4, I got group 6, and basically this is, I divided the numbers into 6 different color groups. So the advantage is there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so I know that one of these groups cannot have a winning Powerball number to it. Again, the strategy is try to guess which one and eliminate those numbers off of the game card. Now I also have a group 8 where I divided it into 8 different color groups and a group 10. So the reason why I have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 here is I only wanted the even ones so I could have an equal number on each side, saying, okay, where's the majority going to be? Is it going to be on the left side or the right side? Okay, so I made up a couple of these cards. This one is Powerball number 2, okay, and I'm going to update this one here as well. So you can see that the 31 is red. So I had 1 in the red. The 43 is blue. Then I had 2 orange, the 58, 66, and 1 green, the 59. Okay, I hit all 4 color groups, and the majority of the numbers are over here to the right side, so I'm going to color this 4 green. Okay, so the big difference here with this one is by having it like this, I have 2 numbers here out of 3. Okay, so when this drawing comes up tonight, I'm going to be putting a 3rd number here and adding a color to it. Okay, so as of the last one, you can see I have 1 number here. And then I have Powerball number 3. So I have another one, and you can see that there's no numbers here. Okay, so the reason why I do this is so I could always have one of these in this position, where I have 2 out of the 3 all set to go, because now I'm going to be putting a color to it, and technically it should be easier to pick correctly which going to have the 0 to it and where's the hit going to be. Okay, so here I have, this is group 4, I have group 8, and I also have a group 10 as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with this Decoding the Powerball number 2 up here, just because it's in the best position. Okay, so over here you can see I have a 000 sign and a triple hit sign. So in those last 3 right here, you can see I had 1, 2, 3, 4 000s, and I had 2 triple hits here. So only one time I had no 000s to it. Okay, so here I'm looking at the opportunity of a 000 in the purple and a 000 in the brown. Over here you can see the majority of the numbers have been to the right side over here. So the question is, when's it gonna jump over to the left side? When's there gonna be more red than green? I'm gonna predict that this number right here coming up is gonna be a red number, so I think the majority of the numbers will be over here to the left side. So I'm going to be picking at least 2 of these colors over here. Or I'm predicting that 2 of these colors over here will definitely have a 0 to it. So the one that looks the best is this purple one. Okay, I'm going to pick this purple that have a 0 to it right here. I'm hoping that the 0 is going to come up right here, which will give it a 000. And now as I look at the others, you can see that the red had a 000, the blue, orange, green, brown, gray, yellow. The only one that hasn't had a 000 yet is this purple. So I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to eliminate the 8, 9, 17, 26, 34, 38, 47, 56, 65 off of my game card. So again, I get rid of the 9, 17, 34, 38, 65. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so moving on. You can see this is the 000 just come off of 0. So how many opportunities do I have? I got the purple and I got a yellow. Been a lot to the green. So my guess is that I'm going to go with this yellow. Okay, so, you know, maybe both purple and yellow maybe have zeros to it, okay? But I'm only going to pick one because, you know, if you could get one correct, that's good. If you could get 2, I mean, the odds, what I'm trying to say is the odds go way, way up getting 2 correct. So I'm going to go with yellow. And I'm going to eliminate the yellow numbers off of my game card. So it runs from the 14 to the 17 and the 44 to the 47. I already got rid of all the 40 numbers, so those won't be there. But the 14 to the 17. So I get rid of the 14, 15, 16. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so moving on. A 0 just came up here, so I'm expecting a couple. So I got orange, green, and yellow. Majority of the numbers have been over here to the left side. Now with this orange, you can see that it's never had a 000 here, like the red, blue, green, purple, brown, just like all, you know, all the others had a 000 to it, but not the orange. So I'm going to go with the orange. Hopefully it's due to come up. So I marked this this blue. I marked this square blue representing that I'm taking the orange. So that way when I go to correct things, I can look at this and I can say, hey, I got this one correct. None of these orange numbers came up. Or was the 47 that burned me or whatever. Okay? But I'm going to get rid of all these orange numbers, and it's all the odd numbers here in this corner. So I'll get rid of the 37, 53, 55, and 63. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so this is all I have for this 8A is what I call it. I have 3 of these option cards here. So this is the overview of all 3 option cards. Okay, so let's just take a look at this blue area for all 3 option cards. can see with option card number 3, the blue had a hit, actually had 2 hits. Here it is, it had the 1 hit to 66. And in option card number 1, it had the 1 hit to 66 as well. Okay, so that's where I get the 3 hits. So it had 3 hits, no misses. And this purple had 3 misses to it. This is what I'm looking for, the 0-3. And I look for a 0-3 that hasn't come up in a while. And right here, this gray, you can see it's never come up. So maybe it's due to have a 0-3. Let's take a look at the grays before I move on. I can see if I put a 0 here, I'm going to be coloring it blue like this one. And I can see that happening. So I'm going to go with this gray as well. So I'm going to get rid of the 6 and the 36 and the 61. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to go with this one as well. I guess I'm going to eat my words. I said don't take 2 of them, but I'm going to. And I'm going to go with the 5 to the 9 and the 35 to the 38. So I'll get rid of the 5, 7. And that's it. This one I don't really like, so I'm going to leave this one alone. And I'm going to move on to the next one, Group 8B. Okay, so this runs from the option cards 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have the overview. I'll look at the overview real quick. Okay, I'm looking at the red. You know, 0-3 hasn't come up in a while. The green. Red and green really stand out. So I have the gray and the red for a 000 opportunity here. It's been over to the left side a lot recently. This red has never had a 000, so I'm going to go with this red. And hopefully it's due. Okay, so it's all the odd numbers over here. I'm sorry, not all of them. I'm going to go with the 17, 23, 33. I'll get rid of that 23. Then the 39, 51, 57, 68. So I get rid of that 51. Okay, moving on. Next one. I have 1 000 opportunity here. But I don't like it that it's gone such a long way without a 0 to it. So maybe I'll just leave this one alone. And I gave myself a ton of option cards, so I'll just move on. This way I could just like cherry pick the best ones. Okay, so I got a 000 opportunity here in the red and then the brown. see that it's been coming out to the left side a lot. So I'm going to go with the red here. I'll get rid of the 6, 15, the 18, 19, 27, 37, 46, 60, 69. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm going to go to Group 8C. This has 7, 8, and 9. And the overview. Okay, first thing that sticks out is this orange and the green. Okay, just kind of see what's going on here. Again, I like the orange and green. You can see for a 000 opportunity, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. You can see all this green over here, which means that the majority of the numbers have been coming over here to the right side. I think that this is going to be a red number right here. So I'm going to go with this brown for a miss. So I'm going to get rid of the 7 to the 33, this crescent moon, and the 37 to the 64 off of my game card. So I'll get rid of the 64. This purple looks really good. I'm going to go with this purple. Okay, the 18 kind of crescent moon to the 22 and the 57 to the 60. So I'll get rid of the 22, 28, 29, and that's it. Okay, one more. I got this purple as a 000 and the blue. And I'm going to go with the purple. Okay, so the 15, 16, 24, 25, 45, 46, 54, 55, and the 61. So I'll get rid of the 25. And that's it. Okay, so now moving on to group 10 here. This is the last set of option cards I have for this Powerball number 2. And again, the first thing I like to look for is how many 000 options do I have. I got one in the red, orange, green, purple, and brown. Here with option card number 2, I got red, green, purple. And this is the last one I got, option card number 3. I got orange, turquoise, and brown. And for the overview, I'm looking for 03 that hasn't come up in a while. Okay, so I'm looking at this brown one. And I'm going to predict that there'll be no winning numbers in the brown area of all 3 of these option cards. Okay, so I'm going to go with the brown. So I'll get rid of the 3, 11, 18, 19, and then the 7, 8, 9. So I'll get rid of the 3, 11. And hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so moving on. Number 2, I'm going to go with the brown. Get rid of the 21, 28, 36, 47, 62, 48, 59. So I get rid of the 21. Okay, so I get rid of the 21, 59, 62. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so I'm getting down there. I got 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 numbers left. I want to get down to 5. Okay, so moving on. Option card number 3. Again, I'm going with no brown. So I'll get rid of the 17 to the 34, the 47, 65, 61. And I have no numbers to get rid of. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the second easiest, and this is right here. Where I have at least one number to go by. Okay, I'm just looking for something that sticks out, something that says, hey, I'm willing to bet $3 that a 0 is going to pop up. And this one's the hardest one, this 4 group. But if you can get one of these correct, you can knock out a bunch of numbers. See, this is something that I look for. What's been really red. Okay, that's all I have. And I didn't really see anything, so I'm moving on to group 6. Okay, so with this group 6, it's kind of like the opposite. there's a lot more triple hits than there is triple zeros. Okay, so this purple one's kind of sticking out a little bit. Well, this blue really sticks out. I'm gonna go with this blue one right here. I don't think there's any blue numbers that are going to come up, so it's the 2, 3, 12, 5, 6, 7. So I get rid of the 2, 12. And it's the 38, 47, and then the 57 to the 68. Or I'll get rid of that 66. Okay, so moving on. Okay, not really seeing anything that really makes me want to bet that $3. Okay, so now let me check out the overview, see if there's anything that sticks out. Maybe that blue. Okay, I'm moving on to Group 8, where it should be even easier because I have 8 different colored groups and there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So I know that 3 of these groups cannot have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so it's one of the first things that stick out is this yellow right here. See, it's been awful green over here, which means the majority of the Powerball numbers have been landing on this side. So I'm going to go with this yellow. You can see it's the 40s again. I'll get rid of the 50-51. Is it even there? Yeah, I'll get rid of the 50. Okay, so I'll take that yellow. Now moving on. I'm not really seeing anything. So moving on. Well, I like this red over here. So it'll be this big red ring plus the 61. There's no numbers left. Kind of like this purple to have a hit to it. Be the 1, 3, 11, 13, 39, 41, 43, 49, 51. I got the 1 and the 13 left. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna go for this yellow one right here. The 35 to the 47. And there's nothing there. Okay, so moving on. Gotta say, I like this turquoise. So it's the 52, 59, 60, 68, 69. I get rid of the 52. Oops. Okay, so now I'm down to 3, 6, 7, 8. I need to get rid of 3 more numbers. Kind of like to see a hit right here in the yellow. The 7, 9, 15, 25, 31, 33. Do I have any of those? I got the 31. Maybe that 31 will come right back up. Okay, so moving on. Big old streak of green right here, which means the winning numbers have been coming up over here to this right side. So I'm thinking that this will be a red number. I'm kind of liking this orange right here. There's that 13 again. And the 58. Okay, I'm kind of liking this pink over here for a miss. 5 to the 9 and the 38 to the 65. There's no numbers there. Okay, so moving on. Option card number 9. Kind of like this pink over here as well. That would knock out that 1. Okay, so I'm all done with this one. Let me check out the overview, see if there's anything that really sticks out. Thinking this blue might have a lot of hits to it. Let's just check out the blue. Okay, so I got the 10, 13. Oh, there's the 20. No blues here. No blues there. There's that 20 again. Oh, there's a 30. Another 30. Okay, well, moving on. Group 10. Here I only have 3 of these option cards. Go right to the overview. See if I can't pick out a 0-3. Here it is in the pink. Been a long time since the 0-3 has come up in the pink. I'm going to go with that. Number 1 I'm going to go with here. The 32, do I still have that in play? Nope. Okay, moving on. Go with the pink one here. Oh, there's that 31, but it just came up. So hopefully it won't come back up again. So I got 3, 6, 7. I need to get rid of 2 more. Oh, there's that 1. I guess I will get rid of the 1. And now I need to get rid of 1 more. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to option card number 1 here. And I'm gonna pick where I think a 000 is gonna be. Okay, so it's the options are red, orange, green, yellow, or brown. This brown hasn't come up in a while, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so there's nothing there. We'll move on to the next one. Here I got red, green, yellow, turquoise, and light blue. I'm thinking this turquoise. And I don't see anything. Okay, last one. I got blue, green, turquoise, and brown. Okay, so I'm gonna go off to Powerball number 3. This is another 10 group. Okay, I had 7 of these blue marks over here as well. These are the blue marks: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm going to go right to the overview, and I'm going to try to guess the correct 03. Here's one in the purple that hasn't come up in a while. Yellow's even longer. And the light blue is the longest, so I'm going to go with the light blue. And the only one that kicks off is this 30. So I'll go with that. Get rid of the 30. And now I'm down to the 5 white balls. Okay, so hopefully it will be the 4, the 10, the 13, the 20, and the 58. Okay, so for the Powerball number, okay, so the ones on the left here, if you see a blue, that's low. 1 to 13, red is high. 14 to 26. Of course, there's only 26 red numbers total. Over here on this side, if you see red, that's an odd number. Black means evens. So I try to see things like streaks like this. Okay, but a couple of things that I noticed. What happens a lot, or a fair amount of time, I'm going to go with the 6 right here. Okay, the 6 came up, then the 17, then the 6 came back up. I call it, just like leapfrogging over. Like here, the 25, the 7 came up, 25 came right back up. Okay, so here's one with the 23, 13, 23 came right back up. So it hasn't done that in a while. So I'm thinking it's going to be the 5. The 9 came up, and now I'm going to predict that the 5 is going to come back up. Okay, so that's my prediction. So I'm going to go with the 4, 10, 13, 20, 58 Powerball number 5. Okay, so let's go over the odds real quick. Odds are pretty terrible. Okay, so you get all 5 white balls and a red ball, you win the grand prize, which is 700 million right now. The odds are 1 in 292 million that you'll get that correct. Okay, my game is mostly geared up for the white balls. Okay, so that was kind of my goal to get that. I love to win the grand prize, of course. Okay, but just to get the 5 white balls correct, it's 1 in the 11,688,000. Okay, so in other words, you can make nearly 12 million 5-number combinations out of 69 numbers. Okay, so I don't want to say that this is going to be an easy thing to do. Okay, a really good prize is getting 4 white ball numbers, and the red ball that pays 50,000. And if you play the power play, it would either be 100, 200, or 250,000. I guess there should be 150 in there somewhere, I guess. But here, if you get 3 white ball numbers and a red ball, that pays $100. Or if you just get 4 white ball numbers, it pays $100. And if you just get the Powerball correct, that pays $4 plus the power play. Okay, so All I can say is, like Sherlock Holmes would say, it's a matter of deduction. So if these blocked out numbers don't come up, then these 5 highlighted numbers have to come up. Okay, and that's about it in closing. Okay, I want to thank you for watching. Again, if you'd like to support my page, you can go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/decoding the Powerball. And if you'd like to give me any feedback, then please email me at decodingpowerball@gmail.com. Again, there's no "the" in there, so it's just decodingpowerball@gmail.com. And with the $700 million jackpot, I want to wish you the best of luck with your picks.